Yo, what's up guys, it's Melontosh here, and I am back for week 1 of the SBL, and we are going up against Melonhead and his San Antonio Scizors. Now let's go back for 1 second, let's just go back a little bit in that sentence. We're going up against Melonhead. His name is Melonhead. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the showdown between Melon and Melon. My eternal rival has been found, and I shall crush him. Let's go over the team. We're going to crush him with, we've got Churchill, our captain, our mascot, our leader, the Victini with leftovers, Victory Star, Sub, V-Crate, Bolt Strike, and Power Up Punch, Max HP, Max Attack, I'm Adamant, which is fantastic. We've then got Argonaut the Manaphy with leftovers, Hydration, Tail Glow, Scald, Energy Ball, and Ice Beam, Max Physically Defensive for Mega Scizor. Iona the Mega... Oh, I know what I should do first. I should go on my opponent's team. My opponent can bring Mega Scizor, Gengar, Latios, Suicune, Rotom, Heat, Umbreon, Gramble, Spiritomb, Uxie, Golurk, Muck, and Zangoose. We just learned in live, I literally just did, which is going up tomorrow, that Zangoose is a freaking beast. It's a beast, so we got to watch out for that thing. Argonaut is basically for the Mega Scizor. We then got Iona here, who's Sub, Calm Mind, Roost, and Dragon Pulse, who's defensive with a little bit of special defense so they can take hits from that Suicune pretty well. And, you know, he takes a lot of physical hits really, really well. It's just stupidly bulky. We then got Victoria and Nidoqueen with the Black Sludge with Sucker Punch, Poison Jab, Fire Punch, and Stealth Rocks. This thing basically takes out Scizor. It does a lot to the Granbull, even with Poison Jab, and it can take out the Latios with a Sucker Punch if I need it to. It also just hits everything reasonably hard on his team. It's not the biggest member of my team, but it's going to do pretty well. And then we've got Bella the Sylveon here with Pixie Plate, Pixelate, Hyper Voice Protect, Heal Bell, and Wish, physically defensive, with 12 easy speed to make sure he doesn't speed creep me. We've got the Pixie Plate is literally just to make sure that I 2-KO and Umbreon all of the time. I don't want to be able to storm me out with Hyper Voices, so he can't just Wish Protect up against me because I'm going to be doing too much damage. Okay, next up is Stella the Scum Tank, who's got the Black Sludge, Aftermath, Pursuit, Sucker Punch, Defog, Taunt, Max Special Defensive. I can Pursuit Trap the Gengar, Easy Peasy Lemon, and Squeezy, along with being able to taunt the Suicune if it tries to set up on me, and Sucker Punch for the Mega Latios, and I can take hits from it. So that is going to be the team, and I'll skip to where we get the battle with Melon. Wow, he's called Melon. Okay, so we are back, and I'm about to click accept. I'm clicking accept. We're going to see what he brought. Okay, wow, so I know that he actually prepped quite a lot for this match with someone else, so I haven't done any practice matches or anything, so we're going to see how this goes. Wow, okay, so we see the Suicune, we see the Scizor, we see the Gramble, we see the Latios, we see the Umbreon, and we see the Uxie, so we don't see any Gengar, which is really, really cool for me. Really, really, really cool. But what do I want to lead with, really? What does he want to lead with, bro? What do you want to lead with? He doesn't really have a defogger unless Latios or Scizor, but then they're wasting a move slot, so... I don't know what I want to go for. I'm going to say good luck, have fun. What do I want to lead with here? Bella's not bad. Because Argonaut, I think I might lead with Argonaut actually. I set up on the Suicune. I do a Scissor. Go ahead. He has one question for me. He has one little question for me. So he could lead with Scizor. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so he was like, send me a video of, are you going to finish that croissant? Because apparently Uxie is. But let's go back to what I was saying. I don't know what just happened, bro. I don't know what just happened. Maybe some sort of Calm Mind Uxie that's going to tear my life apart, but we're going to find out. So, he could take me to lead with the Victoria, in which case, freaking Suicune's pretty good lead for him. And so is Umbreon. So I think I'm going to lead with Argonaut because that sets up on Umbreon and the Suicune. Let's see what he wants to lead with. He doesn't lead with the Scizor, which is just fantastic for me. I could just Tail Glow up here, to be fair. I think that's my play. I'm just going to go for the Tail Glow. If he knocks, he's very bold because he's risking a burn. He could have the Heal Bell on Umbreon, but it's all good in the hood. I can wish myself back up with good old Sylveon. And I'm going to have some water. I didn't have some before I started recording. So... I want to find out what kind of Scizor this is as well. My opponent... I don't know what his switch in really is, to be honest with you. Like, Manaphy is just so good, bro. It's just so good. What is he going to switch in, huh? What are you going to switch in, bro? Umbreon? I set up all over an Umbreon, bro. Is he actually Mega Evolves? Let's see what he wants to go for. I Tail Glow up, showing that I am indeed faster, which means he's bulky of some sort. As he does just go straight up for the knockoff. Like I said, that's brave because I could have the Scald, but that means that tells me he does indeed have the Heal Bell on Umbreon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire for Scald here. I think he want to U-turn out, and I just want damage on this Sizzle, not going to lie. I would very much like damage on this Sizzle. I kind of wish I did with Victini, and I would have just got a massive hole in his team. But oh well, it's not the end of the world. I've got Argonaut here who can do some stuff. I built this team so long ago. Oh my lord, but I'm pretty happy with it, not gonna lie. Oh my god, my draft is just crazy to build for. So I'm just gonna fire for Scald here. I could have gone for another Tail Glow. That's his only problem, is I could have just gone for another Tail Glow. And if I do go for the other Tail Glow, then he's kind of in trouble, isn't he? But at the same time, he can just go out into Latios and eat this up reasonably well. But in which case, I'm just going to straight out into my Sylveon. Although I could actually just go out into my Skuntank. But then I can just go for the Wish on that thing. And I can protect if I need to. I can fire off a Hyper Voice. Oh, and that's going to hurt everything. If Sizzle goes down, then Sylveon really just hurts his team. I'm a little bit scared of Uxie, just because he said Uxie's going to finish the Croissant. And I don't really know what that means. If Uxie's going to finish a Croissant, then what about the Pan au Chocolat? I don't know what I'm saying right now. If he does go into the Latios, a burn would be greatly appreciated. I'm not going to lie. A burn would just literally be heaven right now. I'm kind of wishing I had the Fire Blast instead of the Taunt on Skuntank. But I mean, I've got enough fire coverage for this guy. Wow, he's thinking. He's a thinker. He's a thinker. I don't really know what his switching is, to be honest with you. I don't know what his switching is. They may be trying to figure out what Manaphy I am. I am indeed physically defensive. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run a quick little Calcaroony just to see what kind of Sizzle this is. Blank set, but with no Cove. With knockoff. In terms of attack, at the least, anyway. So, Manaphy. Argonaut, baby. Argonaut. Knockoff should do 17 to 21% with 0 attack investment. And your knockoff did... Oh, wow. Lot's happened. Okay, so I went for the Scald. I did 71% and I got the burn as he gives you a U-turn into his Megaladius. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight out to my Bella here. His knockoff did 24%. So he's offensive of some sort as he goes for the trick, giving me his Choice Scarf. So that was a good play. That was definitely a good play. But I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice. His Sizzle can't eat 2. As I think you're offensive Sizzle, right? If you're 252 and Adamant, then yeah. So I'm pretty sure you're 252 and Adamant. You're offensive in some sort. I'm going to fire for the Hyper Voice here. Me having the Choice Scarf isn't actually that bad because I outspeed his whole team now. But I don't have that Cleric support like I wanted to. So I'm pretty sure 2 of these are going to take him out. So it does 22%. I'm happy to take a... Oh, the burn takes him out, so that's awesome. So Scizor is down. A nice and early doors, which means Manaphy is free just to do what it wants now. It can just run house on his team. I do have the Choice Scarf, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely unfortunate. But what I can do is just go into my Argonaut here. If he goes for a Calm Mind, he goes for a Calm Mind. But at the end of the day, I'm going to get a Tail Glow up and I'm going to out-prioritize him 100%. As he does go for the Calm Mind, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kick Tail Glow, and we're going to be good in the hood. I'm going to get a massive hit off on something. I could do with getting a Wish off into this Manaphy. So if he goes into... I need to be able to Wish my Sylveon, even though I'm Choice Scarf. If he goes for another Calm Mind, I'm just going to Tail Glow again. I don't know what he's going to want to go for. He goes for another Calm Mind here. Now I can just click Energy Ball, see how much I'm going to do. Let's see how much I do here. I should do a decent amount. I mean, I got a lot of special attack now. And I know he's got a lot of special defense, but I think I should do a lot, hey? I think I should do a lot. I nearly brought Haze on Skuntank, which would have been better as well. It definitely would have been better. But I'm pretty sure a Bolt Strike from my Victini will do the most to even a physically defensive one. As we're going to see what happens here. I go for the Energy Ball. We do 39%, which is not as much as I would have hoped, as he goes for the Calm Mind. But it is enough to where what I can do is just go for another Energy Ball here, and he has to rest up. So if I go for Victini here, this thing could actually be a bit of a problem. I go for the Energy Ball, just 30%. I think that means he's specially defensive. I'm not going to lie. I think that means he's specially defensive. So... Suicune, Crocoon. Physically defensive. My Bolt Strike's going to do 42 to 50%. So that's cool. If he's asleep, I'll be able to take him out. But let's just see Manaphy. Manaphy. Argonaut at +6, my baby. At +6. And what were you at here? So you're at 3.5 now, so you're at +4. At 4 defense, my energy ball should do 38 to 45%. My energy ball did 30%. So that tells me that you are indeed 252 and bold and careful. Right, yeah, so that means you're that, which means Victini's Bolt Strike is going to do a load more. Victini's Bolt Strike is going to definitely do it KO. So, does he have to rest here? Yeah, I'm just going to energy ball here. As he does 30%, is he going to rest? Yes, he does indeed go for the rest. So he hasn't burned a ton of rest yet. So what I can do is I can switch into Churchill. He burns around a turn. No, that's not good enough. Okay, so I have to predict the rest turn. So I'm going to go for another energy ball here. It's going to do 27%. I'm going to get this for death drop, which is really, really useful actually. Because what I can do is I can go for another energy ball here. He goes for a rest. He does have the sleep talk, so I need to predict the fact that he's going to go for a rest here. So I'm going to go for the energy ball. As I think he should wake up. Though he doesn't wake up this turn. He goes for another rest again, which is just lovely. So here, I think he wakes up and goes for a... He should go for a rest. I'm going to energy ball again. He may calm mind as he wakes up and goes for a rest. Okay, but the thing is with this is I'm doing enough damage to where he has to keep resting. So this is actually fine for me because I can just click energy ball again. Eventually I'm going to get the Spadef drops. How many energy balls do I have? I've only got 4 left. Okay, so I'm going to go for this one here. And I have to hope he doesn't get the Scold on my switch in as well. That would be sucky. Otherwise this thing could actually beat me. And that would be troublesome. That would most definitely be troublesome. So I'm going to go for the energy ball here. He's going to do 33%. Is he going to go for the sleep talk? He gets the Scold. There's 38% to me. That's fine. He does indeed burn me, which is not so fine. But I'm pretty happy to let Manaphy go down right now. So what I can do is I can go for an energy ball. Ideally, I go for this energy ball and he gets another Scold and takes me out. That's fine. I'm so okay with that. It's unbelievable. I'm so okay with that. It's actually unbelievable. And we know that this thing has got leftovers. So I'm just going to keep firing energy balls until eventually he's going to take me out. Hopefully he just gets the Scold here. That would be lovely. He gets the rest, which kind of sucks balls. But I go down to burn. So what I can do now is I just go down to my Churchill here. Nice and easy. And I just click. I mean, does he wake up this turn? 1, 2. Yeah, he does. So I just go for the Bolt Strike here. I was tempted to go for the sub. In fact, I'm still tempted because this thing can still be useful to him. And the worst thing he does is wakes up and rests or scolds and breaks my sub. But then I let him know that I'm sub. So I'm just going to go for the Bolt Strike here. I'm going to go for the Bolt Strike and I'm going to take out the Suicune, which is just fabulous. So we're up 5-4 and we're looking pretty good because Suicune and Scizor are down. They're probably the 2 biggest threats to our team. And this Uxie, I'm kind of still looking as to what it wants to do. Is he goes out into the Gramble. I'm about 100% sure that an Earthquake is coming my way. But Sylveon can break the Umbreon, but so can Latios and so can Victini. And honestly, Skuntank's really not doing that much. Except for dealing with the Latios. You can deal with the Latios. I think I can go down to Bella here and fire off a Hyper Voice. Because Latios is Pixie Plate now, so meh. Definitely meh. As I want to know what he wants to go for actually. He could heal Bell up, but no, there's no reason for him to heal Bell up. He's going for Earthquake 100%. We're going to find out what kind of Gramble this is. And then what I can do is I can come in with my Nidoqueen and just go for a Poison Jab if he takes out my Bella, because I don't need the Wish support anymore. Unfortunately, I don't have Poison Jab on my Skuntank. That would have been cool. That definitely would have been cool. But I'm just using Skuntank as a switch into the Latios now, as you know, there's no Gengar, so it's all good in the hood. I've got the Pursuit Trap going with me today, so it's actually tough, this matchup for me at the moment. But I think we're ahead but only just about. That Suicune was definitely threatening. Luckily, Churchill's an absolute freaking boss. It's going to take lives right now. So I'm actually going to run a calc to see how much Gramble can do to me, even if it's max attack. Gramble. Oh no, let's see what happens. Okay, so I switch out into the Sylveon. So he goes for the T-Wave, actually. Okay, so if I'd subbed up there, that would have been just fantastic. I could wish, but I'm just going to fire for Hyper Voice here. Nothing really wants to take this Hyper Voice. I know, like, Umbreon may be able to take it now that I don't have the Pixie Plate, but Uxie's not really going to want to take it. You're easily worn down, Uxie, as well. Latios definitely doesn't want to take it, and Gramble's special defense is just pitiful. It's absolutely pitiful. So Gramble, let's go bulky attacker, and Earthquake is going to do around 50% to my Victini, and V-Crate is going to freaking own that thing. So let's see about Bella here. Sylveon. Earthquake and Blade Off aren't going to do a lot to me because I am physically defensive. So I'm just going to fire off a Hyper Voice here. We're in a pretty good spot, I think. I could even heal Bell my Thunder Wave off, but there's no point in me doing that. Bella's not like instrumental to me. My win condition is definitely Victini. I literally win. If I get behind a sub and get a power up punch up, I get 2 kills. Hands down. Well, no, not necessarily. If I get behind a sub, I get a kill, and potentially 2. Latias still needs to come in and set up on the Uxie, even set up on the Umbreon. Potentially even set up on the Latios if I get to a certain amount of health. He does indeed switch out into his Uxie, so we're going to see how much this does, and we're going to get fully paralyzed. That's really annoying, because damage on this Uxie, information on the Uxie would have been really useful. Really, really useful. Either way, I don't think he's going for the Thunder Wave, and I can still heal Bell with my Sylveon if I need to, so I'm going to go out to Eona here. Because Eon was on Mega Latias, so Eona is of course Mega Latias, and Eon was Mega Latios. So I'm going to go for the sub here. I'm just going to sub up, see what happens. He goes for the Shadow Ball. Does that break my sub? That does indeed break my sub. Okay, so are you slightly offensive? Latias. Latias. I'm pretty sure you're Uxie, right? Yeah, you're Uxie. That's cool. That's cool for me. I'm happy with that. Blank set, going for a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball. That does not break my sub. So if you're 252 in attack, did I see an item? No. So if you're 252 in attack, you're going to break my sub. So that tells me I'm just going to go for a Calm Mind here. Stealth Rock, Shadow Ball, I'm pretty sure you're offensive, so I can go for a Calm Mind. After a Calm Mind, even if you're modest, Expert Belt, which is kind of the worst thing you can do to me. Expert Belt. If I'm +1, you don't break my sub. So, part of me wants to go for the Recover, thinking that, he's going to predict that and go for a T-Wave or something like that, but Calm Mind's definitely my best play. He could even go out into his own Latios, and that would be pretty scary, but I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. Hopefully you just see a Shadow Ball again. He goes for another Shadow Ball, so this is trouble for him, because what I can do now is I can just sub up. Substitute. And this is going to look pretty good for us here. Eona coming in hot right now. It's looking good, not going to lie to you guys. Goes for the Memento as it fails, but he doesn't die to it. I don't actually want to reveal my last move, because I've got Dragon Pulse, which means I can't actually sweep this thing. So I'm going to roost up as he goes out into the Umbreon. Okay, so I'm actually going to make sure I can OHKO this thing. I think your Foul Play still breaks my sub. I tried to get it so it didn't, but I think I just couldn't do it. But I can't remember. Foul Play does indeed break my sub. So I could reveal my set. He's going for the Foul Play. 100% going for the Foul Play. And how much is my Latios going to do at +1? I'm just going to go out to Bella here. I'm pretty happy with that play. I don't want to reveal the fact that I only have Dragon Pulse, because that means he goes for the Curse actually. So he could Baton Blast, but I'm just going to fire with Hyper Voice again. This should hurt anything on his team. I'm just going to fire with this Hyper Voice. Curse Umbreon could be a bit of an issue. Like I said, that's why I had the Pixie Play on the Bella, but he should think I'm kind of offensive because I had the Pixie Play. So I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice here. I should be able to smack anything, absolutely anything, and I think I am actually going to outspeed this Umbreon. Oh, I've got 58 speed. I don't think I am. I don't know. I may do, I may not. He could just throw up a Wish here, because he's not going to get OHKO'd if he's specially defensive. And this is kind of looking troublesome for me, not going to lie. This is kind of looking troublesome. I could have gone for another Calm Mind there. That's what I kind of find odd, though. So I could have Calm Minded up on him so hard. So this man's brought a lot of setup for me. Like a lot of setup. If I can get rid of this ground ball, then the owner is good to go. So that's got to be my game plan. It's just get rid of the ground ball. And how do I bait in the ground ball? Victini, right? So I just need to... I can swap Victini for some ground ball and then just win this. So I'm kind of happy with that. Sylveon here. I want to see how much you're going to do to this Umbreon. Sylveon, Bella. I think it's just under half, right? Oh, it's actually over half, but that's because you got the Pixie Plate. That was the whole point of it. We're going to take this away. It is just under half. It is just under half. How many Hyper Voices do I have? 15. So he can definitely storm me out of Hyper Voices. Which is kind of troublesome. It's kind of troublesome, but he can't set up on me whatsoever. Can't. I'm really hoping I'm outspeed him, especially if he goes for another curse. I'll be able to outspeed him. As my opponent's definitely taking his time to make the decision. I don't know what his best play is actually right now, because Sylveon actually puts. If I brought a Choice Spec Sylveon, I would be good to go. Holy moly! But I didn't, and that's my fault. That is my fault. 100%. That's my fault. Choice Spec Sylveon would have wrecked his life. Why didn't I? Why did I not bring Choice Spec Sylveon? Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat was why I did not bring Choice Spec Sylveon. Rotom Heat was too much of an issue and he did not bring it, which is just fabulous. In fact, my opponent didn't bring quite a lot of his threats. He didn't bring the Gengar, he didn't bring the Rotom Heat. He didn't bring Golurk, and he didn't bring Zangoose. I kind of didn't expect the Golurk or Zangoose, to be honest with you. But Zangoose is the threat, guys. Never let Zangoose just sweep past you in your team preview. You guys will see tomorrow. So, breaking the fourth wall. It's Sunday today, it's Monday tomorrow. You're going to see the power of Toxic Boost Zangoose. Oh my lord. It's a long live as well, and I'm sorry about that. I got a bit carried away. But as this battle is going to be pretty long, unfortunately it is quite late for me, so that is a little bit annoying, but you know, I'm going to have to live with that right now. As he does pull a double out, which is nice for me, as he goes out into the Uxie. Can we please see how much damage this does? No! What? I just want to see how much damage that does. Jesus, man. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go out to my Stella here. I'm going to get rid of these rocks for Victini. He goes for the Shadow Ball. I'm going to eat, like, that's my breakfast, man. He gets this Spadef drop, but that is my breakfast. Literally my breakfast. I'm just going to defog here. As he switches out into the Grand Ball. Interesting switch, as I'm going to go for the defog. And actually, Play Rough is definitely his best play. So I'm going to go out into Victoria here. I'm going to go out to my Victoria here. As I don't see him going for the Earthquake. If he goes for the Play Rough, I should eat that up. I do eat that up 100%. And nothing in this team really wants to take a Poison Jab, so I'm just going to fire off a big old Poison Jab. It's just threat after threat coming in for me right now. And unfortunately I didn't, because 2 Hyper Voices would have done a lot to Uxie, and Uxie's really nice, so you just want to wear it down. So his Paralyzations were kind of unfortunate, but whatever happens, happens, you know? A big threat down for me is Manaphy. But 2 really big threats down on my opponent's side, which is the Scizor and is the Suicune. 2 things that they actually pair really, really well together, and my opponent has really good synergy in his team that way, where he has the Latios. I actually prefer it with Latias though. Suicune, Latias, and Scizor or Milotic can take that place, or Latios of course, a Mega Scizor normally. And he has a really bulky team to surround it, but I think he could have done with maybe a bulky dragon as well, which he doesn't, a bulkier dragon as well. Like, I was kind of thinking like Garchomp, but Latias does the job as well. I don't think Latios does the job because it's kind of a defensive core and not really an offensive core, and Latios is way more offensive. But to be fair, it is still a crazy good core and hard to plan for. And Gengar in there for the offense as well. Latios, Gengar is really hard to deal with on that special side. But the only thing about my opponent's team is its only real physical threats are lower tier and the Scizor. So, and don't get me wrong, Scizor is a physical threat, but that's why I didn't have to bring too much physical bulk for this match. I did go with Latias, but that's because I just didn't need the other special bulk, you know? On Calm Mind, and I can set up a sub on Uxie. I'm never going to want to set up a sub on the Latios anyway, unless I've got some Calm Minds up. And Suicune, I can take an Ice Beam anyway. So he's going to switch out into his Umbreon. As I'm just going to go for Poison Jab, I'm going to crit him, which is really, really useful. As he should Wish Up here. But in case he makes the bold play of going for a foul play, I'm just going to stay in and go for Poison Jab. It does go for the Wish here. So what that means I can do is actually go into my Victini. Because there's no way in hell this man's going for a foul play right now. We've seen the curse, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to take this guy out and get a kill here. As he does pull a double out into the Latios, actually, which is very interesting on my opponent's part. Because what I'm going to do is, I mean, I can just go out into Skuntank or Bella. Both are nice. I'm going to go out into Bella here. I'm physically defensive, so I can chew a Psyshock. He goes for the trick as I get my Pixie Plate back. That's actually really good for me. Not going to lie, that's actually really, really good for me. I'm just going to go for Hyper Voice. Nothing wants to eat this now. Oh my god, nothing takes this. Umbreon, you're going down, my friend. Umbreon is down and out. Wow, that was actually such a good turn for us. So we're 5-3 up. This is looking really, really good now. We've got our Pixie Plate. He goes out into the Gramble. I'm very much okay for that. I can just chuck up a Wish here. He's not going to be able to Twit KO me whatsoever. He goes for the Earthquake. That does nothing to me. I'm going to chuck off a Wish, and I'm just going to fire off another Hyper Voice here. My opponent is not looking in a good situation, and I think Bella's going to be able to come out here and just finish this off for us. He goes for another Play Rough. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice here, and that is going to do well over 75%. In fact, I could even just go for the Wish and go into my Victini, set up a sub, and potentially win from there, but I think it's my bet. I'm just going to go for another Wish in case he decides to pull a switch here. He goes for another Play Rough. I'm going to keep this thing as healthy as I possibly can, as I do get paralyzed, so I'm definitely happy that I went for the Wish there. Because what I can do is I can go for another Wish here. As I think my opponent's realizing that defeat is nigh. I'm gonna go for I'm gonna get paralyzed again. Wow, Sylveon just loves to get parried, not gonna lie. Sylveon absolutely loves getting parried. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Churchill here. He can't go for the Earthquake, but I can just go into Churchill. That's gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy. He goes for the Play Rough. I'm gonna get recover with leftovers. I think I'm just going to fire for V-Crate. I could sub up. I don't think he's going to switch out. He does switch out. If I went for the sub there, it would have been massive. He goes out into his Latios, as I'm going to get a V-Crate off. That's going to be nice and easy for me. What I can do now, differential does matter in this league. So Sylveon will go down to a Side Shock here. So I'm going to go out into my Stella here. I'm max special defensive. I should be able to take any one hit. As he goes for the Draco Meteor. I eat that up. I absolutely eat that up. Can I eat another one, though? I can certainly eat another one. So I'm just going to go for the Pursuit here and knock this thing out. As he tries to withdraw, I do Pursuit Trap him, and I'm going to be able to knock out the Latios here in pretty nice fashion. Now, Victini cleans up, pretty much everything on my team cleans up from here. So what I'm going to do is, he could go for the Earthquake, but he could just Play Rough as well. So I'm going to go out into Victini because I can take an Earthquake or a Play Rough. I think he's going to Play Rough though. That's his best, hardest hitting move, as he does pull a double out actually into this thing. So in case he wants to get the attack drop, I'm going to go for the sub. I'm just going to go for the sub here as he stays in and goes for the Memento. So that's going to fail once again. What I am going to do here now is I think he's going to break myself with a Shadow Ball. But I'd like to see how much Victini does to this thing, and if it's worth me going for a what's it called? A Power Punch. So V-Crate is going to do up 50% to this thing, but I'm pretty sure you're offensive, so you're going to have max HP most likely, and then be modest most likely. So V-Crate is going to do a lot. So I'm just going to go for a V-Crate here, and that's going to do 67%, as we do actually outspeed him as well, so I don't know how I did that much. It's going to go for the Shadow Ball. This of course going to knock me out. So let's see how much V-Crate, oh, it does do that much, so let's see if I'm going to outspeed this Uxie right now. I got 158 speed, so I'm not actually going to outspeed him. Is this Shadow Ball going to kill me? Is this Shadow Ball going to kill me? Let's see your expert belt. Did we see leftover, sorry? Yeah, we did see leftover, so let's not calculate expert belt then. Earthplate, that's fine. You go for Earthplate. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. Let's see if this knocks out my Victini. It does not knock out my Victini, not even close, so I'm just going to go for the V-Crate once again. As he switches into his Gramble, I think this might actually kill. So I'm going to go for the V-Crate once again. I'm sorry, he's getting a bit antsy, but I was just trying to make my best play to win. I'm just going to go for another V-Crate here. I'm actually going to outspeed its Gramble. Oh, no, I'm not. I could have saved differential there, but I really wasn't thinking whatsoever. I might actually let him get to me a little bit there by doing that, but Victoria's going to be able to clean up. I could have won 5-0, easy peasy lemon and squeezy, but it's so good in the hood. I'm just going to go for the poison jab here, and we're going to defeat our arch nemesis 4-0 in week 1 of the Pokemon Showdown League. Sorry, I couldn't think of the thing then. As I'm just going to show off the Sucker Punch here. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch. I'm going to take out the Uxie, and that's going to be GG. He played well. It was actually all in the balance at the beginning, and then I don't know what changed the match. I think it was him giving me the trick back. No, I mean, I think, yeah, it was Victoria wearing down the Umbreon. And then the trick back. Those series of plays definitely won me the game. But that is going to be all for me today, guys. If you guys do enjoy today's battle, please leave a like rating down below. If you're feeling like an absolute legend, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. But other than that, I'll smell you later.